Hello guys, welcome to What the Bonkers, and that is your host, Paul.
Yeah, I'm Paul. I'm not going to introduce you because I don't want to.
Rude, and I'm Brittney, and welcome to What the Bonkers.
All right, and today is, well, technically it's going to be a week later, but today is November 1st, and it's El Dia de los Muertos, or the day after Halloween. And did you do anything for Halloween?
I worked, but I felt like I was trick-or-treating because I got so much candy from people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got 2 full-size Hershey bars, one with almonds and one without. And the one lady had
Almonds
like
are
Kit
good.
Kats, the big Hershey regular bars, the ones with almonds, and Reese's Pieces. She's like, take as many as you'd like. Girl, if I really wanted to, I would have taken like one of each. But I just took the Hershey bar with almonds, and then I got another Hershey bar. Everyone just kept giving it to me, so I was enjoying myself.
So you're a chocolate person?
It depends on my mood.
I'm more of a chocolate person.
Because sometimes I want like the flavory fruity, and sometimes I just want the chocolate.
I like dark chocolate.
Ooh, I have a piece of Hershey dark chocolate if you want one.
Oh, snap. Maybe not. I don't know. I've had a lot of chocolate lately, so I'm not sure. But for my Halloween, yeah, I worked too. But yeah, I just worked.
How was your week?
My week? You know what? My week was fine. I watched Psycho this week because I was like, I haven't watched any horror movies, and I still really the only horror movie I watched was Psycho. And actually, I really like. I forgot almost how good of a director Alfred Hitchcock is. Like, I forgot like how artistic of a movie that really is.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in such a while. I don't remember everything in it.
Yeah, the one with the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Pretty
could you
good.
forget?
Pretty good. I know. Our niece was a UPS driver to match her Aunt Brittney.
Yes.
Adorable.
Yes.
But what were we saying?
There you go.
No, I don't know. I'm just talking aimlessly.
Oh, well, I got some things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Well, one, did you hear? I just had it up. What happened to it? Did you hear that the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey announced that they're going to impose a fine for failure to wear a mask or face covering appropriately in Port Authority facilities? Travelers can be liable for the new recommended fine of $50. It's coming out November 2nd.
All right. I kind of agree with that, honestly. What do you think?
For a person, I'm not going to lie, who doesn't like to wear a mask. I hate it.
Oh, I actually, if people aren't wearing masks, I'll leave. I'm that kind of person. I mean, I'm like, everyone's wearing a mask. You have to, we're not wearing it because we want to wear a mask, and we're not wearing it for ourselves. We're wearing it to help other people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's kind of selfish when you're in public not wearing a mask.
I know, I do wear my mask because I have to. I'm not going to not do it. But
even if I didn't have to, I'd still wear it because we're in a pandemic.
I feel like I can't breathe in them and stuff. And then the worst is with glasses. My glasses get all foggy and stuff. It's annoying. But I did find a mask. I put it, I wear it around my neck. It's like this blue thing, and I can just slip it above my nose, like right here, and my glasses don't get foggy. So I guess I don't mind it as much anymore.
I mean, I don't think anyone likes wearing a mask, but, you
just
gotta do what you gotta do.
And it slips like
It's
that.
kind of like no one likes being like going through security at the airport, but ever since 9/11 we do that,
That's true. That's very true. Well, I had a very interesting week.
What about it?
The other day I went into the truck at UPS and I sat down. You know when you're just you do something, you're like, I just need a minute to myself after you do something?
Yeah.
Well, I sat down, a bird flew in and landed on the steering wheel, and I freaked out because I didn't know what it was at first. The poor thing, it probably gave a heart attack. It's like, you know how when a squirrel's in the middle of the street and they don't know which way to run and they're probably gonna die of a heart attack?
Yeah.
I felt like that's probably how the bird felt.
Wow.
So I just screamed and the thing just flew out the window, smashed its wing against the window bar. I was like, aw, the poor thing.
Speaking of which, at home, and this was I don't know, maybe a week ago, maybe not even a week ago, there were just a bunch of black crows just in our yard. Just a random, and actually a bunch of crows is called a murder. A murder of crows, probably, I would say, a couple dozen of them, in our yard, just randomly flew into our yard going squawk, 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 and then just left.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I feel like
They're a sign of bad luck or something, right?
I feel like that at the parents' house, at my parents' house, we always find animals back there. That big snapping turtle that went by. There's always snakes.
In our neighbor's house, remember that time when there were just vultures just hanging out on top of his house? There were 5 of them. They were just sitting there.
Yeah.
Those are oh my, their wingspan, like that's legitimately like creepy.
Yeah, no, they definitely are.
They could pick up a baby.
Yeah, it's a good thing Emily's not tiny anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, BTW, I did find a picture of her in a Halloween outfit. The Mike Wazowski one.
Oh yeah, when she wasn't even like a year old yet. That was adorable.
That's gonna be in. I'm gonna put that in the picture of the last video.
It's
we
adorable.
Talked about it. Just wanted to let you know I found it.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a busy week. Last night yesterday was Halloween. The clocks went forward. The election's in a couple of days.
My birthday's in a couple of days.
Yes, birthday. It's just everything happening at once. We're like in a really pivotal moment in our history right now, between the coronavirus, one of the presidential election, worldwide shutdowns. This is like it's almost overwhelming at this point how much is happening in the world.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost like I can't keep up in a way. Like UK just announced a shutdown. France is shutting down. I think we're going to be next. I think we're going to be shutting down.
Wow.
I would imagine. I don't know.
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah. And I also want to show you something that I accidentally did today. Well, not today, last week.
Oh my God, how do you do that? Oh my God, what?
So, story time. I will post a picture. You guys will see it. Matt woke me up and asked me.
Speak up.
Matt woke me up and asked me if I can shave the back of his neck, because he just shaved the rest of his head and he couldn't do the neck. I was like, okay, I'm half asleep. And then I just buzzed, and it didn't click to me what I did, and I was like, oh, crap, I was only supposed to do his neck.
How do you fix that?
I don't know. He's still like that.
Oh my God.
I felt so bad. But I kept telling him Tuesday, Matt.
Well, at what point, like, don't you, like, I would be like, oh my God, I should probably stop when you're, like, at least a quarter way doing that?
First off, I was half asleep. He literally just woke me up and
oh
asked me
my
to do
God.
it. I told him Tuesday. I was like, it was Thursday.
At that point, you say, no, I'm too tired to cut your hair.
It was Thursday when this happened. And I told him Tuesday because he had off. I said, do your hair when I get back from work. I'll cut it for you. He didn't listen to me. Consequences. I would never do that intentionally. Never. I feel so bad. So bad.
As you should.
I was like,
my God.
I was like, you gotta wait like 2 weeks now, Matt. So bad.
Oh my God, and he has to go to work like that.
I know, and he had a big job interview too the day that happened.
Oh my God. Too bad, like, with the masks doesn't come like a hat. Oh man, that stinks. You know what also happened this week? Big Brother finale. And I know before we were talking, you said you were disappointed with the outcome. I actually thought, because of how, like, really, really mundane this entire season was, I thought the finale was actually better than, like, the entire second half of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like Cody cutting, spoiler alert, Cody cutting Nicole at the end and then taking Enzo to the end, and then Enzo's very laughable speech. I thought it was, it could have gone worse.
Yeah, well, first off, it was smart for him to cut Nicole because it could have went either way for Cody or Nicole. Second off, Nicole was crying, like, so bad. Like, she's like, oh, I was blindsided. I don't understand what happened. Like, dude, you already won this. Like, you won the game before. Like, you won $500,000. Shouldn't be.
She was so salty at Cody. I'm actually surprised she voted for Cody to win.
Yeah, she was very salty about the whole thing, crying. Like, girl, first off, you already had your win. Second off, it was better for Cody to take Enzo anyway.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have voted for Enzo. I would have voted for Cody. Even though I want Cody to win, I would have voted for Cody.
I do have to say, if Nicole would have won HOH, she should have cut Cody. That's the kind of thing. Like, I think whoever won HOH, they should have brought Enzo to the end. That's just the smart thing to do.
Yeah, because he was bad at competitions.
And Cody, it's about time, because Cody should have cut Derek in season 16, but didn't. So now I think this is like the arc that they've been waiting for all season, because Cody was kind of destined to win since week 1, and it's like, this is the moment that we were waiting for. Granted, I thought it was going to be like Cody and Memphis, like during the first episode, I thought it was going to be Cody and Memphis or Cody and Tyler in the final 2. But Cody in the final 2, his redemption arc, now he has the $500,000 after giving away the money to Derek the first time, so.
Yeah.
But the aftermath, oh my god, Christmas's mother went on like harassing Janelle's kids online because Janelle just like says things about house guests, which I would too. And Christmas's mother went on Instagram telling Janelle like, oh, your kids have like rat hair or ratty mouse hair, and I hope they break their foot because like the Christmas reference with her breaking her foot. And they were like, you mess with my kid, I mess with yours. I'm like, wow, how trashy. Christmas's mother is trashy.
Jeez, wow.
And then Nicole Franzel, she's been like blocking everyone on social media. She blocked Cody, she blocked Danny, she blocked Cody's girlfriend Christy. She's just like, she's been getting backlash for things that she's done in the house, and she's not really owning up to any of it.
Well, first off, she deserves it. Second off, she needs to get over the fact it's a game. You lost.
Yeah.
Get over it, It was it was literally...
I mean, I understand, like, yeah, it really stinks. You get all the way to the final 3 and then you lose.
And then get cut last second.
But man, she was bitter.
Yeah.
And she still is.
And
any criticism against her is, like, she can't take criticism.
I know. And she won already. Like, get over it. You won this game before. You made it to the final 3. Congratulations. That's a big achievement to even make it to the final 3.
And I just think, being on the show 3 times, you would think that she would, like, know how to compose herself, but she doesn't.
Yeah, she's a little over the top. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So what did you not like about the finale?
Well, I was rooting for Nicole. I was. But I saw the competition. I knew when Cody and Enzo were doing the thing with the pigs, the contest with the pigs.
Pigs?
Yeah, the pigs.
The camera, yeah.
I was like, I know Cody's going to win. I didn't want him to win. And then they did the final questions. Nicole had to mess up on that first question.
Mm-hmm.
First question, because it could have been a tie. I was rooting for Nicole, but then after what I was seeing when she's like got blindsided and cut and was acting like a big baby, I was like, you know what? She deserves this.
I mean, season 16, I rooted for Nicole. I think she was much more rootable in season 16. But then I came to realize, like, who she really is as a player in season 18. And I didn't root for her this season. If she had won the final HOH, I would actually say if she won the final HOH, cut Cody, and then took Enzo to the end, I would actually say, well, that's deserving of a win. But her whole strategy is always, like she always talks about, like, and I'm not talking about Nicole as a person, I'm talking about her as a game player, but Nicole always talked about in the house, like, oh, girl power, girls have to stick together, and her gameplay every single time was backstabbing the girls and going with the dominant guy alliance. And I don't know, she just played very dirty to me, which I understand, it's Big Brother, you're playing dirty, but she seems to take things so personal, and then she takes things personally, and then deflects on other people saying, well, you're playing too personally. And also, there was one week, the week that Ian was evicted, and she was like crying, saying, oh, I vote to evict Ian, and she acted like it was such a hard decision for her. What they don't show you on the show that happened on the live feed, she straight up talks about, oh, I'm going to play it up, I'm going to act like I'm sad and upset about this and stuff like it was all for show. It was all for show, and to me, that's not really, I guess, respectable gameplay. Mm-hmm. And granted, the point about Cody winning, yeah, I mean, the thing about Cody winning is that there was an alliance created before the game even started that, they don't show on the show. And Cody really had an advantage. Like, Janelle never had a chance. Kaysar never had a chance. Keisha never had a chance. Davon never had a chance. Bailey never had a chance. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's all stars, so I guess that was bound to happen.
I'm glad Davon won the...
Yeah, America's favorite house guest. Yeah, I actually voted for her. All my votes went to Davon.
I'm so happy she won that.
Yeah. I know with Survivor, there was it's not confirmed with Survivor, but there was sort of like this season with Winners at War, which, by the way, the final 3 on Survivor this season, they were all from New Jersey, and then the final 2 from Big Brother this season, they were both from New Jersey. And they're both All-Star seasons. But anyway, with Survivor...
Go Jersey!
Everyone... in the first half of the game of Survivor at Winners of War this year, they were all old school players, except like one old school player made it to the second half, but then that person got cut right away. So it was all new school people who ended up making it to the later half of Survivor, because I think there was probably some kind of unspoken agreement to get all the old school people out, and that's kind of what happened this time.
Nice. I couldn't really get into Survivor.
Survivor was really good this season, one of the best, and it's crazy because 40 seasons and it's one of the best. But there was supposed to be a season this fall, but Fiji's not allowing Americans in because Fiji doesn't really have too many coronavirus cases, but we have a lot, so we can't. And I don't know why, but Survivor only wants to film in Fiji. I was like, why can't they just film on a beach somewhere? I don't know why they can't do that. I guess laws. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. So I bought myself an early birthday gift.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What is it?
I bought this. It's called the Go Cube.
Oh.
This is it. It's like a regular Rubik's Cube, but I'm going to read to you what the box says.
It sings to you?
Just don't mix it up. You can play around with it.
Why can't I mix it? You know how to solve these.
True. So it says that this puzzle, the mobile app records and tracks your moves, gives you, guides you how to solve the cube, bring new mini games and challenges for practice, collects your statistics, and even lets you interact and compete with friends in online battles. Whether you are just getting started, leveling up, or already a pro, GoCube's got your back.
So what's different about it?
You download the app. If you need help solving it, it'll help you ways to solve it better, get faster. It tracks your every moves, how fast you solve it and everything like that.
Oh.
And you can battle people, and there's mini games you can do with it.
Oh, so it's like electronic, like it has like Wi-Fi in it?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh.
I just charged it last night so I can play with it today. So
Does it connect to your phone or something?
Yeah, with this app. You can download an app, yeah. I haven't used it yet. I just charged it last night, and
A weird thing. Who thought like 10 years ago that we would have Rubik's Cubes that connect to your phone?
I know, right? I'm a big Rubik's Cube person. I have a big collection. I probably have like 30 cubes, give or
But like
take.
they're all different.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're all different. I will post a picture so you guys can see my nerdy side.
Like you have like a pyramid one, you have like a 5x5 one, a 6x6, 7x7.
9x9.
Do you have an 8x8?
No, I don't have an 8x8.
Why?
I don't know.
What's like your biggest square one? How many is it?
I think it's the 9x9. I gotta see. Hold on.
Is that really hard to solve?
It takes me like hours to solve it. Maybe like 7 hours.
Oh wow. Oh, there they are.
Yep, my whole collection. Yeah, 9x9 is my biggest one.
I don't know if the microphone can hear you, but
Yeah.
9x9. Huh. And I know you had like a flat one. You had like
Yeah.
a ring one.
I have like the 3x2.
I don't know how they made some.
3. I have like a 6x3x3, like they're all crazy ones. I have an X cube. There's just so many. Like I said, I'll post a picture.
What's
you
like
guys can take a look.
what's like the most gimmicky one that really isn't all that cool? Because I feel like there has to be at least one. Because like an X cube, is an X cube really all that hard?
Yeah, it's just fun to solve. It's cool because you have to like it's a shapeshifter, so you have to get the shapes first. Then you have to solve and get the colors correct in the right spots. I'm gonna say maybe like the 2x2x2 or the 3x2x2. Yeah, 3x2.
Why, is it just too easy?
Yeah, it's boring. There's not really much to it.
Although I remember like there was like a time when like pens used to have like a 2x2. Like just I guess like if you're like in the middle of class, just solve your little 2x2.
Yeah, I do have a pen that is like a Rubik's Cube puzzle thing. So you have to like it has like 5 different colors, and you can mix them and put all the 5 colors in a row. As you have to do. It's pretty fun.
Are they all Rubik's brand?
No.
No.
Rubik's brand is probably like one of the worst Rubik's cubes.
Really?
They don't move well.
So
they're
what are they called if it's not a Rubik's cube? What is it called?
Well, like some of the
Like a puzzle cube? Is that what it's called?
no, there's like name brands like Mulan.
No, I got that. But like you know how like people call like tissues Kleenex, like even though they're not all Kleenex, or people call soda Coke even though not all soda's Coke. What would
I guess people would just call it Rubik's.
But you know what I'm saying? Like even like Velcro. Velcro is not it's actually hook and loop. You know what I mean? Because Velcro's a brand. It's actually hook and loop.
No, people would probably just call it Rubik's because that's the most.
But what would be the correct thing to call it? Because obviously these brands can't brand themselves as Rubik's cubes.
I'm not really sure.
So when you like buy them on Amazon or whatever, you never notice what they call themselves?
They just call them what their brand is, like Mulan.
But me, as a customer, if I look at it, I'd be like, well, what's a Mulan or Mulan, whatever.
It's a name for a 3x3 cube.
So that's what it's called, a cube, just a cube.
Yeah, so
okay.
yeah, a cube.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so this week we talked about not talked about. We wrote what we think are the best board games and the best video games of all time. Obviously, it's not the best video games of all time. It's the best video games and board games that we've played that we like to our taste. So I guess it's kind of misleading, but we kind of have different lists. I kind of made like 2 separate smaller lists. I think you have more written down than me.
Yes, I do.
But we don't have to like go in any particular order, and we probably have some of the same games written down, so we can just talk about whichever ones. Do you want to like start with board games and then go into video games, or mix them both together?
We can do that.
Okay.
So what do you have for your board games?
All right. So I have an honorable mention, and then I have like a top 5. I'll say that for my honorable mention. And even though it's not my favorite game personally, I just have to admit that it's one of the most iconic games and one of the most like strategic games without being overly complicated, and that's Monopoly. I mean, Monopoly, it's a classic. Everyone knows it. There are probably hundreds, I don't know, maybe thousands of versions of Monopoly.
Yes.
And it's not just like, because a lot of board games are just random chance, but Monopoly, there is actually a bit of skill to it, but it's not so complex that, you know, it ruins the board game aspect of it.
Yeah, agreed.
That's it? Just agreed? Alright, fair enough. Alright, what do you have for your board games?
I love Twister.
Twister?
Yeah.
I hate Twister. I don't like physical contact with people.
Well, it depends on who you're playing with. I would only play with people that I'm okay with.
They had like Twister Hoopla, which was like with the rings. I hated that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, basically it's like you put like a ring on your hand and then like, I don't know, I guess, I forget how it works actually. I don't know, but like you end up being tangled. It's basically like Twister but standing up, I guess, instead of on the floor.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, everyone knows Twister.
Life.
And it's so basic. Oh, I have Life too. I put Life as a number 3.
Life, I love the game Life.
Especially like, I don't know, it's like a thing with me because in my video games list I put like Sims, things like that. And to me like Life, I don't know, I guess I just like life simulation in a way. Like Life is just like the white picket fence game of board games. Yeah. And also, have you, like, every time I play Life, I always go to college in the game. I feel like it always pays off, right?
Yeah, I always go to college too.
Do people ever win life, life the game of life, by not going to college?
I don't know, we have to test that out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Problem with Life, though, is that it's too much setup. Like, I wish that there was more depth to it. I mean, I love Life, probably one of my favorite games ever. I put it as number 3. But, like, you add kids to your car, you get a job and stuff, but it really doesn't affect that much of the game.
It's very true.
Just your salary. The salary affects it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
What about Mousetrap?
Oh, Mousetrap. I didn't think of that. You know what? I have to disagree, though. I mean, Mousetrap's a fun, but really it's just a regular, I think, dice game where you just go from start to finish. And, oh, you click cheese or something. I forget how that plays into it. But it's just a regular mouse game where you go start to finish and then just a contraption at the end.
Yeah,
the only appeal of Mousetrap is the contraption.
Yeah, that's why I like it so much. Because it's fun when you get to do that. Guess Who?
Guess Who is good. Guess Who's good if you have like multiple, like if it's the same Guess Who game, then it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But I saw like a meme where it was like, oh, if you want to really get people angry, play Guess Who, but with like pictures of people in your family. And it's like, oh well, my person is your person like a total lowlife? And it's like then you get in arguments.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And then Jenga.
Jenga's good.
I like that. I like to play it as a drinking game too. I have a Jenga set. On each piece, it's like take a shot or something like that. It's fun.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I had to buy it. So those are my 5 games. What about yours?
All right. So for number 5, not really a board game, but it's just good old, and it's a free game. It's just charades, or as the British people say, charades.
Charades is fun. I haven't played that in a long time.
I don't know, just acting out. I mean, it's always a good go-to because you don't need any preparation. Everyone knows how to play, and it's just, you know, you just act ridiculous in front of people. It's fun. It's like a good party game.
Yes, it definitely is. I didn't think of that. That's a good one.
Yeah. And then number 4, another good, well, I guess, yeah, it's a good party game. I say Cranium, and I know there are like a lot of versions of Cranium, because there's a lot, it's not just acting things out, it's not just drawing, it's not just clay, like there's a lot to it. Like there are different creative things to it. And one thing I noticed that with my games list is that a lot of them are like creative things.
Yes, I can tell so far.
Yeah. Number 3, I put The Game of Life, of course. Number 2, and I don't say this just because I'm a big fan of it, and I know most people probably never played this game, but the House of Anubis board game was and is a really genuinely good game. Do you
Did I
remember
play that with you?
I made everyone play it. I'm sure you played it.
Probably. I don't remember it.
Yeah, but basically it's like you play as the students at Anubis house, and you have to like go through the house collecting like coins or whatever. But like Victor's watching, and if Victor catches you, then you have to go back to your room, and it's actually a pretty good game. And you get to build the board in different ways that you want.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was actually like genuinely a good game. Like usually like brand games are just like, oh, SpongeBob-opoly. It's just Monopoly with SpongeBob slapped on it. Like, it was an original game concept as far as I know, and it played into the story of the show pretty well.
I know, I've seen a lot of the episodes.
I've seen the show like 3 times, 4 times.
It was pretty good, the show. I like it.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, and then my number 1, I put Super Fight. Which, if you've ever played Super Fight, it's basically where you have a bunch of like characters, and they could be like any kind of character. They could be real, they could be fictional, it could be Harry Potter, it could be, I don't know, Drew Barrymore, it could be a witch, it could be anything. And I just hit the microphone. And then you give them attributes, good attributes, bad attributes, silly attributes. So what are some of the things, like I know when we watched SourceFed, there was like a Super
10
Fight.
legs.
Oh yeah, Lee Newton, which is like my favorite comedian ever. Her character was a whole Coachella lineup. However, they had no arms, but they did have Betty Davis eyes. And then she got like a card that says like choose your own power. And the first thing she said was 17 legs.
Yes.
Well, granted that was just a joke, and she actually said all the magic that Harry Potter has or whatever. But that game's just fun, and it's fun arguing why you're a superhero that like, shoots lasers out of its hands would be like a shark that has a chainsaw as a fin or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that argument's just fun. And then like it genuinely gets heated to the point where it's like, no, how do you not see that my shark with a chainsaw fin would be your a monster with 3 eyes? Like it genuinely gets heated.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
In a good way.
We played it together.
You have to have a third party say which one's better, because you're never going to get anywhere if you don't have like a set judge.
Agreed. Yes, it's so true.
Actually, now that I think of it, I didn't put it on my list, which we played it with you and you got angry, was the Town of Salem.
Oh, yeah.
Town of Salem, the video game and they're basically the same game. You need a lot of people for the card game though. Basically where it's like a witch hunt, and every day we find out like who's a good guy, who's a bad guy, and then like people get killed off.
We should play that again.
I don't know, are you going to get angry again?
I'm much more calmer than what I usually am, so no, I won't get angry. Thank you very much.
But like to be a good game, you need like 5 or 6 people.
So you, me, Matthew, Sean, Angela, Hope, possibly?
I guess. We can figure that out.
Pretty good. It's a good thing we got a lot of siblings. Hey, what are 6 kids?
So what did you put as number 1 for you?
For number 1, Twister.
Twister? Really? Number 1?
Yeah.
You like the game that much?
I enjoy it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's fun trying to maneuver around to get your body parts to reach.
In a way, though, I feel like if you play that game enough, it becomes too easy, because now you know all the strategies and stuff.
True, but I don't play it that often.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, you want to talk about video games now?
Video games. Yes, let's talk about video games.
Alright, you go first.
Okay, so my number 1 game is going to be...
Well, wait, don't say that. Well, you just...
Did I say?
I thought you said Super Mario something. Were you going to say Super Mario Sunshine?
Yes, I was.
Super Mario Sunshine is a pretty good game.
Super Mario Sunshine is number 1 for me. I guess I'm going down in order.
And why is it number 1 for you?
I love the whole
Probably
concept of the
nostalgia.
game. I'm good at it.
It is a really good concept.
I love how like you get the jetpack that you can spray the nozzles, but then they give you a different one where it can make you run really fast, and you can do different missions with that. And then you get another one where you shoot up really high. You do different missions like that. You go to different worlds, different concepts. Like one, you go to an island and it's an amusement park, and you gotta save.
Oh, I love the amusement park level.
Yeah, so like you unlock all these different places you can do.
I actually wrote for number which one? For number 4 on my list, and I do want to say an honorable mention, even though I didn't write it down. An honorable mention is Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch. That is one of the best games ever, in my opinion.
Oh, that is a pretty good game. I didn't
really,
beat it yet,
really
but
good Mario game. I think it's like a revolution. I would even say it's a revolutionary game in a way for the Switch. But I have another Switch game that I think is even more revolutionary. But I said for number 4 on my list, I said Mario Party, and any Mario Party except I think it's 9 and 10. All the Mario Parties are really good. I mean, even the ones that are bad are still good. Except the 2, I think it's 9 and 10. Well, I think they were both for the Wii, actually. Have you ever played those ones?
No.
9 and 10 is, like, different from the other ones because, usually it's like you take turns and then you play a mini game.
Yeah.
9 and 10, I think they try to dumb it down to make it like a kid's game. And, it's like instead of everyone going on their separate parts, everyone's grouped together in one car. And you all move together as a group, and it just gets really boring, and there's not enough competition in there, and it's too random.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that.
Although there is a part of Super Mario, I think 10, that has like a Bowser mode, which is actually really, really fun. But Mario Party is just a good, and again, like party game like Cranium or Charades, a good party game is Mario Party. That's probably the best party video game that you can play.
That's true, you're right.
Or like WarioWare. I was never a WarioWare person, but that's like a good party game.
Was it Mario Kart's good? Did you see them coming out with the new Mario Kart where it's like
No.
live? So like you build your own course in your
I did not
house.
see this. What?
Like you build it around and you're driving like the cart goes around. So you set up your course.
So it's
the
like
way you want
augmented
to.
reality?
Yeah, and you put your carts and they're literally driving around, but you see it on the controller
And
too.
it's a whole new game? Like an
Yeah.
actual new AAA game?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even hear it. Is that just announced? Was that just
Yeah,
announced?
it's coming out soon. I think it's coming out this month.
Did they just announce it though?
I'm not sure how long ago they announced it. But
I
have you
didn't
ever seen the
hear about
commercial
that.
for it?
No. I'm so surprised because I'm always caught up on like Mario news, Nintendo
Yeah, no,
stuff.
I want to get it because like it's so cool. Because when you just set up yourself and you're playing on the game and you see your house on the video game thing as you're driving your carts around.
I mean, it sounds kind of gimmicky to me, but I don't know. I guess I'll try it out. I do have to say, a lot of Nintendo games are probably what I consider to be most... Like, Nintendo's always the most innovative, in my opinion, and they're always, like, the most fun...
Nintendo is all that's on my
arcadey.
list.
Really? That's it?
Oh, because I've always played Nintendo growing up.
Okay.
I've always had Nintendos. Granted, I have the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the Oculus.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been Nintendo. I have all the Nintendo systems. I played all the games. I've just been a Nintendo
I mean, they're the
person.
pioneers. And
Like, I feel like my friends, they grew up playing PlayStation all their life.
Mhm.
And that's really what they stick to, is playing Sony. You know what I mean?
yeah, there are two types of gamers. They're like the Nintendo gamers, and then they're like the first-person shooter gamers.
Yeah, so I'm a Nintendo person, so all my games revolve around Nintendo. I don't care what you guys think if you don't like my list.
Oh, snap.
But I do want to say, I would like to hear your favorite games because I am interested. Okay, if it's
I'm
PlayStation,
not.
let me know because I think that would be cool to try out a new game or something like that. I do play Kingdom
Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, I lied. Kingdom Hearts 3 is number 9 on my list.
Hmm.
So I do have a PlayStation game out there. Huh.
But all the rest are Nintendo?
Yeah.
Well, you know what my other Nintendo game is here? And I'm surprised, you know what, looking at this, I didn't put too many older games, which is weird because I do like a lot of older games. I haven't played too many like 8-bit games. I mean like older, like early 2000s and stuff. But the other Nintendo game that I put on here, which is number 2 on my list, that I think is one of the best games probably ever, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people would agree, is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
See, Matt loves that game.
My
I
very
never
first
played
Switch
it.
game. And you know what? This is coming from a person like I thought the Zelda games are okay, but man, this game is like incredible, and especially for a system. I think it was like the first Switch game that came out. Considering that it's on a handheld system and it looks like that and it plays like that and it runs like that, that's like incredible to me. Like I remember first playing it, I was hooked. I was like jaw to the floor hooked on that game.
That's Matt.
And really good gameplay, everything about it. It's like a beautiful looking game. It's like fun exploring the game. Like I never really got tired of like aimlessly going through the woods and everything.
Nice.
Really good. Although it's kind of tedious at points. If you really want to like 100% complete the game, it's tedious. You have to like collect like 1,000 gold things to like get like a stupid trophy at the end or whatever. But I'm not 100% completionist of that game. You need to play it. It's great.
You know what's a really fun game that's on my list?
Wait, can I just guess one of the games that's on your list?
Yeah.
Do you have, it's not It's a Wonderful Life. It's one of the Harvest Moon games. Is it It's a Wonderful Life?
No.
The one that you liked on GameCube. I think it is It's a Wonderful Life. Harvest Moon, It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, maybe. I think so.
Let me look that up. But I remember you were addicted to that game, and I thought it was a really cool game, too.
You know what's a really fun game? Did you ever play Stardew Valley?
No, but I've seen it, and I understand why people play that game. Apparently it was created by one person, right? Like, one person made that game?
Yes, one person did make the game. Yes. It's a very good game. It's number 2 on my list. When I first started playing... I'm going to explain the game while he's looking that up. So basically, you have a farm, and then you can go out there and find somebody. I play as a girl, obviously, and then...
Obviously? Why is that obvious?
I guess no, it's not obvious. Well, I'm playing as a girl, just so you know. And I went to meet somebody, and the person called me ugly. Said I got a duck face. So I was really upset. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to win her over with gifts and marry her. Then I'm going to get back at her and do something to make her regret it because she called me ugly. You can do that in the game.
Hmm?
Yeah.
You can do that. Well, this is another game, but I'll say it in another...
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it is. It's Harvest Moon. It's not It's a Wonderful Life. It's just called Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. I was mixing up with that Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life. But yeah, actually, I remember seeing that Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. That's the closest thing that the creator of the game, like, this is the closest thing to his vision, was this game, of all the Harvest Moon games. And actually, I don't know the specifics of it, so I don't know too much about it, but apparently the original Harvest Moon creators no longer have, like, the licensing to the name, so it's... The new Harvest Moon games are called something else, and the games that are called Harvest Moon aren't actually made by the original creators.
Really?
So, if you're looking for a good Harvest Moon game, apparently don't go for the actual Harvest Moon named games. I forget what it's called, but there's a different one created by the people who made these ones that apparently are much better.
Oh, wow, interesting.
But I think... In my opinion, I haven't played too many Harvest Moon games, but that was really the only Harvest Moon I liked. Which is similar to Stardew Valley in a way.
Yeah, that was number 2 on my list. Number 3 is the Need for Speed GameCube. Need for Speed Underground, the first game. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm not a big racing person, except when it comes to like Mario Kart, but yeah, that Need for Speed game, I remember really liking that.
Yeah, I have all the Need for Speed games, like all the systems. Even for Xbox One,
Do
I
they
have the
still
Need
make
for Speed game. Yeah, I got one. It was on sale at Walmart for like $20. I forget what it's called, but it's a Need for Speed game for PlayStation 4. Matt's really good at it.
Nice.
Next one is going to be Super Smash Bros.
Which one?
I like them all.
Okay.
But I do like the newest one the best so far.
Ultimate?
Yeah, Ultimate.
Which, did you see, I think I might have told you this, Minecraft Steve is becoming a playable character?
I think you told me that in one of the other episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get the character packs when it comes out.
I think objectively speaking, Smash Brothers Ultimate has to be the best one.
Yeah, that's why I chose it.
Although the gameplay mechanics, some of the gameplay mechanics, I think the one that was on 3DS and the Wii U probably had the best mechanics to it. Like, you were able to go through people, like, while you were in the air. Like, you could, like, jump through people. You can't do that with Ultimate, and that kind of gets frustrating a bit.
And then
Who's your go-to character?
I'm Link fan, man.
I'm a Link fan, too.
Link, really?
I prefer, I think, Toon Link.
No, I just like the regular Link with his purple outfit.
Okay. I like Toon Link. Early on...
Wario's a really good character. I like riding his little motorcycle around.
I don't really play him too much. You know who has, like, a terrible Smash? It's Peach. Everyone just passes out and then she, like, eats things. Terrible Final Smash. I actually really like Wii Fit Trainer. A lot of people don't... I mean, the mechanics are kind of weird. Like, some of the hitboxes are in weird places, but I think it's kind of a smooth character to play as. Who has the best Final Smash?
Oh, that I'm not sure.
I remember watching a video, like, ranking all the Final Smashes, and some of them are just, like, the same thing over and over again.
Because I've seen them all before, but it's been so long since I've seen them.
Who's the guy... the fox guy? Oh my god, I can't believe I can't think of his name. The one that has, like, the tank as his Final Smash?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Google.
Or Hound or something. Oh my god, why can't I not think of his name? Super Smash.
Yeah, if you haven't played Super Smash Ultimate, play it. They are coming out with another fighter pass where you can get new characters to join. I think it's literally just called Fox.
Fox, I guess so. But is he the one with the tank? I don't remember. I remember him having a good Final Smash though.
But yeah, Matt once again, Matt gets addicted to a lot of games, but he gets so good at them. I give him props. On the Oculus, he plays this game called Population 1. It's just like Fortnite, but it's very similar, he says. I haven't played it
Is
yet,
it
so I want to.
One of those MMOs? Like, is it like online with
Yeah,
other
you
people?
literally play with other people.
So like a battle royale style game?
Yeah, and like you can talk, you just talk out loud, and I can hear the people talking. And he's like, yes, I won 3 games in a row. He's like, Britt, remember how I told you I suck? I don't anymore.
Now, the thing about those types of games is that, like, there are always a bunch of 9-year-olds who are, like, pros at the game, so it's like you don't have a chance of getting better because all the 9-year-olds who are playing on there, like, they just kill you right away.
Yeah, but apparently Matt's doing pretty good, so... And then you fist bump people to add them as friends or something like that. And then my 5th final game is Hyrule Warriors.
That's the one...
You're the character and you have like hundreds of enemies you have to attack.
Oh, yeah.
The new game is
I
coming
knew
out.
it was, I knew it was like a Link
juice.
game. Oops. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, I never really... I know a lot of people like it. I never played Hyrule Warriors, though.
It's really fun. It's kind of like you have to destroy all the enemies, then you get the first bosses, and then you unlock a different world, and then you go there. It's a lot of fun. Matt and we always play it together as a 2-player game because it's one of our favorites together. We thought it came out on Halloween, the new game. I was like, Matt, we have to play this tonight. He's like, I'll buy it for you as a birthday gift. And then we looked it up, and it was November 20th. It's coming out. It turns out it was the new Pikmin game that was, well, it's a remake.
Do you
of
like Pikmin?
I do like Pikmin.
I feel like that's a very
Pikmin.
underrated game.
It definitely is an underrated game. That's one of that would be number 6 on my list. Pikmin.
Oh, really?
Because you know
I
what?
never really played it, but that concept's pretty cool.
I have it at my 10 list, but we're only doing 5. It's number 6 on my list. Pikmin.
All right. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people only know Pikmin from Super Smash Bros. Because there aren't too many Pikmin games, right?
There's a few. I think it's like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay. I don't think it never got the traction that a lot of people think it should have gotten, right?
They remastered the 3rd one and put it on the Switch, but like Brittney already has that.
They've been remastering a lot for the Switch, which I'm actually not mad about.
I am in a way, but then I'm not.
Because like the Mario games, I'm glad they remastered the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom game, which I never thought that they would remaster. Like everyone, even like speedrunners who speedrun that game, they're never gonna remake it. And then guess what? They remake it.
That's such a good game, though. The SpongeBob game.
Yeah, you know
what?
what?
One of my favorites.
I do have to say, even though like a lot of licensed games are like terrible, a lot of them were actually like so bad that they were good. And actually, that licensed game was actually just genuinely good. Problem is now we don't see licensed games anymore because the licensed games we do see are usually just really generic because now they're more expensive to make, so they don't make games like that anymore. And like I remember they had like a lot of surprisingly large number of good SpongeBob games. Lights, Camera, Pants, which was basically a Mario Party ripoff. SpongeBob the movie, which was basically Battle for Bikini Bottom. Yeah. And then that weird one that I'm not even sure was real or if it was like a fever dream was Creature of the Krusty Krab.
Oh, yeah.
That was weird. But that was one of those ones that was like, it was so bad it's good.
Yeah, I have them all.
That was weird.
You know me, I gotta play all my SpongeBob games. I love them. I got the Pikmin games. I got all the Super Smash Bros. Games. So what's your list of games?
Alright, so honorable mention, first of all. It's not really a game, but so many good memories, is Club Penguin. Man, Club Penguin.
Throwback.
I remember, and we would play the real-life card jitsu. There were real-life card jitsu cards, and we would play card jitsu on Club Penguin. A lot of people, like even people I knew as a kid, only would play the card jitsu part of Club Penguin. That's it. That's all they would do is just the card jitsu. That game was just so like, I don't know. It was just so mesmerizing as a kid.
Did they close down the website?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They closed down, I think, in 2017?
Why? Why'd they close down? Because I feel like a lot of people played it out still.
Well, the problem is that now a lot of games for that age is like mobile games, and that's where all the money's at. So I just ended a sentence with a preposition. But that's where all the money is. And so they shut down the online Club Penguin, and then they made an app called Club Penguin Island, which you have to like pay, but you always kind of had to pay for Club Penguin once Disney bought it. Well, you didn't have to, but all the good stuff you had to pay for.
Yeah.
But then they shut down the app. I guess they just didn't have enough people.
Interesting. I didn't know that. But that's
Yeah, it
a
became so
throwback
expensive.
game.
Yeah.
And we always did the slide racing on the mountain.
Yeah, the slide
stuff.
racing, and they always had like parties and the secret spy missions and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that was so much fun.
Throwback.
And people remember trying to tip the iceberg. People all the time would just get their jackhammers, and I would be one of these people. You would get a jackhammer and just try to tip the iceberg, and it never did until the end. I think right before they closed the website, they actually did finally tip the iceberg, and I was like, that's a good ending.
That definitely is. That was a good one. That was a good honorable mention.
Yeah. So my number 5, I don't think you've ever played this. Mafia 2. Have you ever played the Mafia series?
No.
It's like a really good story. People like to compare it to Grand Theft Auto. I don't think it's like Grand Theft Auto, except for the fact that it's in a city, and it's like a first-person kind of thing, and it has like guns and stuff. But it's a really good story. It's a mob story, and it's almost like kind of like a TV show. I don't know. The plot's really good. Really likable characters. You actually you can empathize with the characters. I think you should play it. I think you would actually like it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. My number 3 is Uncharted 3, which I've never played Uncharted 4, and I hate that I've never played Uncharted 4. I don't know why I haven't played Uncharted 4. But yeah, the Uncharted game is just really good. And again, great characters, great storyline, great gameplay. I mean, the first Uncharted game I played was Uncharted 3, and I was just immersed right away.
I feel bad. One of my favorite games, I should have put this as number 1, The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah, another good story-driven game. I never, played it. I've watched people play it online.
That's my number 1. Sorry, Super Mario Sunshine, you're going down number 2. But The Last of Us, I feel, oh my god.
It's hard, though, with games like that, because they're not so much they're in a category of their own, because they're not so much like a video game as they are more of like a cinematic game, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever played Detroit Become Human?
No.
It's pretty good. That's a really good story. Or like Heavy Rain. Those are like actual those are basically like TV shows that you choose the outcomes of. It's pretty cool.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. My number 2, like I said, I put Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And my number 1, guess what I put as number 1? I think you should know this.
You always play, I'm going to say The Sims.
Yes, which Sims though?
Sims 3.
Yep, Sims 3. Or Sims 2, because they're both really good. Sims 4, as much as I love Sims 4, and I do play The Sims 4, I don't think it lives up to The Sims 3 or The Sims 2. Again, it's like a life simulation. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows what The Sims is. Or at least people of a certain age knows what The Sims is. It's a life simulation game. Granted, it's kind of like a money grab with all the expansion packs that they have and everything, but it's just so much fun.
Yeah,
and
because you want to buy all the expansion packs.
Yeah, and granted, some of the expansion packs are better than others. Like, The Sims 3 had, like, a Katy Perry expansion pack. Like, the most bizarre thing ever. Sims 4 had a Star Wars expansion pack. Terrible pack that they just came out. It came out just a few months ago. That's Star Wars
really?
pack. Yeah. But The Sims, The Sims is the game that never gets old to me. That's the game that never gets old.
It's a good game. I mean, you got the Halloween edition, Seasons, you got the Island one.
Yeah,
was it
all
Paradise
different,
Island?
Island Paradise. I can
Island
name
Paradise.
all of the expansion packs for The Sims 3. World Adventures, Ambitions, Late Night, Pets, Generations. I'm not doing them in order. Showtime, Supernatural, Seasons, University Life, Island Paradise, and Into the Future.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite one? I'm going to have to say University Life, and I know you didn't like that one as much.
Yeah, I was not a biggest fan of that
I
one.
think in general, though, people's favorite expansion packs for The Sims 3 are usually Late Night and Seasons.
Yeah, I did like Seasons.
Seasons is pretty good. I liked Island Paradise, but it was so buggy.
I like that was the first expansion pack I got.
Yeah.
Island Paradise. That was the first one. Yeah, remember that? You and I used to play together all the time, and then we trapped the Sims in like a room and set a fire and they can't escape. We were weird.
And I would do like death challenges. I'd be like, okay, first person to starve.
Oh yeah, you do like the Hunger Games.
Yeah, that was inspired by like a YouTuber who did like a Hunger Games. I was like, I'm gonna do my own Hunger Games.
Yeah, those were good times. We had a lot of good memories with
Do
The
you
Sims.
play The Sims anymore?
I should because I do miss playing. I was actually thinking about it because I did just download it on my computer, the Origin, so I can play again.
The Sims 4 is coming out with an expansion pack called Snowy Escape. So it's kind of, and it's like East Asian inspired, and there's a new settlement system to try to deepen gameplay. Although I'm not sure how deep the gameplay actually is. That's my main complaint with The Sims 4 is the gameplay just isn't as deep as The Sims 3 or The Sims 2. Especially like The Sims 2 had really good like charming elements to it and good minor details. Sims 4, yeah, it has good customization. Granted, there's no like creative style or anything, which I'm still salty about. There's no open world. It's just, I don't know. I still like it. It's still a great game to me. But if you're not like a big, huge fan of The Sims, I don't think you'd appreciate The Sims 4 as much.
Yeah, I definitely like Sims 3 better than the fourth one. I like what was the expensive pack where you can be like a magician? Or
Showtime?
Showtime.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I really like that one. You know me. For you people who don't know, I love magic. I do have a magic channel called Magic Girl 31 if you want to check it out.
They don't want to check it out.
Probably not.
But I think like the expansion packs where you leave home. I mean, granted, I like expansion packs that like immerse you into the gameplay more, like with seasons and stuff, because the seasons expansion pack really just builds to the game that you already have. But like even like World Adventures, which was the first expansion pack for The Sims 3, like you got to go to Egypt, France, China. That was so cool, and then you got to go in the temples. There still hasn't been an expansion pack quite like that. The Sims 4 had a Jungle Adventure, which it's good in its own right, but I still miss World Adventures. I want another World Adventures. But yeah, that was my number one. My number one video game, Sims 3. My number one board game, Super Fight. Oh, and another honorable mention, Saints Row the Third.
Oh, Saints Row.
It's just good.
I'm surprised. Yeah, that's a good one. We used to play that together all the time too.
What were you saying? You're surprised what?
I'm surprised you didn't have that written down.
Well, I had it written down, but under honorable mentions.
Okay.
I remember, like, when I was in, I don't know, it was like years ago, the Call of Duty games used to be really good.
Do you remember when Dad got really into
Dad
that?
was, like, hooked on,
Was it like the Wii one and he had the...
He was
the
hooked to a couple of them. He just really liked the war games. That's, like, the only game he's ever, like, played.
And he would play it every day, too, for hours.
Recently, Emily has been playing with the Wii, our old Wii, and there's, like, arcade games on there, and Dad was, like, playing skee-ball for, like, hours.
Yo, I think I saw that when I came over. You guys had the Wii out in the living room.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, he was like versing Angela, and Dad's like, I beat your score, right? And Angela's like, no, I gotta beat it.
Yeah.
Does he still hold the high score?
I don't know. The Wii had some interesting games, like Wii Fit. I loved Wii Fit.
What about that big Bully game, right?
Oh, Bully.
Oh, Bully.
I'm so surprised they haven't come out with a sequel to that. A lot of people love that game, and it would be a good change of pace for Rockstar Studios, because usually, like, you think of Rockstar, you think of, like, Grand Theft Auto, but Bully is, like a really good game, and I think, like, everyone can agree that that's a really good game.
Agreed. I used to play that game all the time. I thought it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best Wii games that they have out
Well,
there.
it wasn't specifically made for Wii. It was also a PC game. I'm sure they had it on other systems too.
Because I feel like the Wii wasn't that big of a success. And then it got better
What
with
do
the
you
Wii.
mean it wasn't? It was the biggest success of the time.
Well, now what you have with the Switch?
And no, it didn't age well.
Yeah.
The Wii didn't age well. I would say.
Yeah. Okay, let's say it like that.
The Wii U wasn't a success. That's why they got rid of it after like 4 years.
I really like the Wii U. I used to play it all the time.
I thought it was so ridiculous. First of all, you know you're in trouble when you know that advertisements are like, wait, is this a new system? Is this an add-on to the system? They had, like, no one even knew what it was at first, so that in itself was terrible advertising. And then also it's like a Wii U, well, like, we already have a Wii. So like a lot of parents didn't even understand that concept. And it's like, I don't know. And the gamepad, like the pad, like it wasn't really all that intuitive, I think. And they would always show in the commercials like, oh, you can use the internet on it. Who's going on their browser through their Wii U? No one's doing that.
I enjoyed the Wii U. It was one of my favorites. But now we got the Switch. I was disappointed they didn't make more games of the Wii U.
Well, the disappointing thing about the Wii U is that there are a lot of really good games for the Wii U that never really got a lot of traction because it was on the Wii U. And Super Mario Maker is one of them, I would say, that was good. Did you ever play Super Mario Maker?
No, I didn't.
Pretty good. Even Super Mario 3D World. That was a game that no one talks about, and it was pretty good. Granted, there's a lot of stuff I would fix for that game, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, I used to play Hyrule Warriors on that game all the time.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. Throwback game, Brittney and
I think my
Paul.
favorite console has to either be the GameCube or the Switch.
Yeah, actually those are my same ones too.
The Switch is, I just like being able to choose whether I want to play, like, mobile or if I want to play, like, console.
Yeah, I just downloaded the demo version for the new Hyrule Warriors last night, so I got to try it out today to see how it is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I am more of a PC gamer, though. I like having my games on my computer, because you can always transfer them.
You got your Alienware, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. You still use that a lot?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think, PC gaming, I mean, granted, I like being able to just sit on the couch and play with a controller, but sometimes, like, I just like having things all on my computer. And you can, like, upgrade your graphics and stuff.
That's
Granted, the new, like, PlayStation 5 is going to be, like, a powerhouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or wait, is it out? I don't know.
No, they have to pre-order it. It's coming out soon, though.
Yeah, that thing, I think it has better, like, operating systems than most PCs. Unless you have, like, a supercomputer.
Yo, what up with the Xbox? What's it? What are they calling it?
Xbox One X or something?
What up with the new Xbox system? Why is it so big like that?
I don't know. I don't really follow Xbox.
People call it like a mini refrigerator. They call the Xbox the mini refrigerator, and then the
It looks like an air conditioning unit.
And then a PlayStation 5 they call the the router.
Oh yeah,
router.
yeah. I think Xbox. I think in general most people prefer PlayStation over Xbox. The thing about I think PlayStation has the better exclusive games. If you're really a hardcore gamer, and I think most gamers would agree with this, is that what's the point of getting an Xbox over a PlayStation when all the good exclusive games are on PlayStation? I can't think of many Xbox exclusives that are really.
Comment and let us know what you like better, PlayStation or Xbox.
I'm not hating on Xbox people. I just think objectively speaking, PlayStation does better. They have better numbers. I actually think Microsoft loses money from Xbox, if I'm correct. I could be totally wrong about that, but they just keep it around because, I don't know, it's good for their brand as a company or whatever. Microsoft in general. I don't know. I feel like they're going to end up like Sega eventually, though, and not do systems anymore and just do games.
It's possible, yeah. Talking about Sega, did you ever play the Sega Dreamcast?
No.
No, I got that system. The Sonic game is the best.
Is it? I mean, there aren't many good Sonic 3D games. Wait, I mean, there are some good Sonic 2D games, but I don't know, a lot of the Sonic games are just really clunky and have not aged well.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just like the Sega Dreamcast version where you play a level, you run, you gotta collect your rings, jump over things, run through the hoops and stuff like that. That's what I like.
I like the fast ones. Some of them you have to stop and jump and stuff. I'm like, why? That Sonic's supposed to be fast.
Yeah, you just want to go with the flow. But the Sonic game for the GameCube was good.
Which one? Because there were...
Was it Sonic... Look it up real fast. Was it Sonic Adventure?
If you're talking about Sonic 06, that game was terrible. But it's almost like it's so bad it's good. Sonic GameCube. Let's see. Oh, Sonic Adventure DX?
That one right there.
Oh, Sonic Adventure 2.
Yes. That was really good. And you have that little thing you create. You can make it evil or you can make it good, and you open up the staircase to the heaven or hell. And then you can play on the evil side or the good side. You do different missions.
I think that game was rushed, though. Because a lot of the graphics, in the cutscenes, do not match the graphics. You get, a really cinematic cutscene in 1 minute, and then in the next minute, you're just in the regular world. And the NPCs are, lifeless. I don't know.
I still think it's a great game. I used to be addicted to that game, too.
Now we get, Mario versus Sonic at the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's really what Sonic is for now. Oh, I remember this scene. This is the opening scene,
yeah,
right?
It's the first game,
With the city.
Yeah, you're, on the snowboard or whatever.
I remember that. I remember playing that. Pretty
good times. Good times.
Any closing thoughts?
Oh, well, I have a random fact to tell you.
Okay.
Did you know the top of UPS trucks are
David
white?
pauses and asks,
Sorry.
Did you know the top of UPS trucks are white?
No.
Yeah. Interesting fact, right?
No.
Because so the truck doesn't get it like as hot as it would be if it was all brown.
Does it really make that much of a difference?
Honestly, I have not a clue. Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I need a fact. Man.
But I just figured I thought I'd tell you that because a lot of people don't know that. So.
I didn't know that. What's my fact? I need to think quick. The only... I don't know. Okay, here's a fact about the Psycho movie.
Okay.
That shower scene, which is about like 4 minutes in the movie, that took like a week to shoot.
Oh, really?
Because back then, you weren't allowed to like show gore. You couldn't show like wounds. You couldn't show nudity. You couldn't show a lot of things. So Alfred Hitchcock was forced to be really artistic. Like if you watch that scene, you don't see the knife go into her once, and you don't really actually see much of anything. But the way he cut it, I think there were like 70 frames, like really quick spliced together. They use sound effects of like they stabbed a melon to like get those like swiping knife sound effects and everything, and then with the different camera angles. There's a whole documentary just about that scene alone that I've watched. It's pretty interesting.
So let me ask you a question about this before we finish.
Okay.
Do you think that movie was all in his head, or do you think he actually did it?
What? You mean Alfred Hitchcock? He bought the rights to a book.
Okay, never mind. You don't understand my question. Just
You mean Norman Bates?
Yeah. Do you think like he actually did all of it, or do you think it was in his head? Because I was talking to someone, and someone says they think it's all psychological, that it didn't actually happen. It was all in his head.
Well, oh, you mean like he's actually just like the murders themselves actually didn't happen?
Yes.
That would be so lame though, because.
But someone was pointing out facts. I'm trying to think of, I can't remember what the example was, pointing out facts. But if you really pay attention to it, it seems like it was all in his head. It didn't happen.
Well, the whole point of the movie is that he's in his head, like he's a psycho.
Yes.
That he's his mother and himself. Spoiler alert: 60 years after the movie came out. But what would be the point of that? I mean, you could say that about any movie, though, that it's all in their head.
I was just asking. That's all.
I mean, I think that theory gets debunked with that, and I don't like this scene. This is the only scene in the movie I don't like. Is that scene after the reveal of the mother in like the basement or whatever, and it's the detective saying. And I can't believe that it's so condescending to the audience where the detective's like, oh, he thought he was himself and his mother, and then when his mother's side got jealous, she killed. And it's like, yeah, we know. That you don't need to tell the audience that. I think that scene itself is probably what would debunk that.
Okay. I was just curious to hear your opinion on it because someone else said
Well, what's
that
your
to me.
opinion on it?
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I can't really say. I should have watched it, but I didn't watch it.
I guess a lot of Hitchcock movies kind of leave you thinking at the end.
So I was just curious to see your opinion, just because I heard somebody else's. So I wanted to hear somebody else's opinion about it.
I mean, is there more to that? I don't know, because I don't quite understand. I mean, I guess it would be like he's just locked up in a straitjacket, but if that's the case, if the whole movie's all in his head, then why is he in the mental institution anyway? There had to have been something that caused that.
That is very true. Okay, that was good. I'd like your input. Thank you. You have anything else to say?
Vote? Oh, wait, no, this is going to go up after the election, so,
Yeah, my birthday's right after the day after the election.
Oh, snap.
Oh, and make sure to check out the Paris Seekers on Amazon Prime. Your girl Brittney's in episode 2.
Oh, snap.
Saying.
That's out?
It's out.
Ah, interesting. I need to watch that.
Episode 2. I'm only in it for like 30 seconds, but I'm still in it.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Adios.
Bye.